everyone. Today we are going to learn a very interesting topic, that is sets. Sets are nothing but a group of well-defined objects. Means that can be the set of books, set of pens, set of pencils. Like that way, all these objects which are combined together in a group, that is nothing but the set. So my dear children, in this lesson we are going to study the different forms of set. So the sets are arranged in different forms. There are two forms of set. The first one is roster form and another one is set builder form. So these are the two types of the sets. One is roster form and another one is set builder form. So let us study about both the forms of sets. Now look here, we have the two forms of the sets. The sets are written in two forms, that is roster form and set builder form. So my dear children, here you can see A is a set where 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the elements. These are the elements of set. So these elements you have to observe carefully and just recognize what it represents. So these sets are representing the natural numbers, right? These are the natural numbers, but they are starting from 2 and ending to 5. So this is a set of natural numbers. From 2 it starts and ends at the 5. So in this way the roster form, or it is known as a tabular form also. Okay. The next one is set builder form. Set builder form means what? Whatever the set is there, it is built up. This set is built. Build means what? It is just represented with the help of some codes. Okay, so here in this you can see different codes, like you can see here * sign is there, colon, okay, then epsilon is there, then greater than equal to, less than equal to signs will be present in the set. This, if like that signs are present in the set, that set is nothing but the set builder form. Now if you will watch this, in this the sign which is semicolon, colon, it represents such that, okay, and epsilon, it represents belongs to, and this you know very well, greater than, less than, equal to signs, right? So my dear children, these signs are very important here. From these signs only we come to know what type of set it will form. So look here, you can read this set in the form A is a set such that X is such that X belongs to natural number, where the set, how it is formed? It is formed by greater than, equal to sign is there, greater than equal to X and less than 6. So these are the limitation given here. So more than 2 and equal to 2, you have to just take the numbers, and it should be less than 6. Okay, so that will be the formation of set. So how will be the form? So exactly this is the formation. This is the answer of this type of the set. So the numbers will start from 2 because greater than, equal to sign is there. Okay, and it will be less than 6. So less than 6 means 5. If here less than, equal to 6 is there, so 6 would be also there. But here it is not given equal to sign. That is why less than 6. So 2, 3, 4 and 5. It is written in the tabular or roster form. So from set builder we can convert into the tabular form, and from tabular form you can convert into the set builder form. Okay, these are the two forms of the sets. Okay, The next points comes, that is cardinal number. What do you understand by cardinal number? So whatever the elements are present in a set, suppose small a, b, c, d, these are the elements present in a set. So just count how many elements are there. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So cardinal number, that means number of elements present in set A are 4. This is the answer. So you just have to count how many elements are present in the set and write down here in this form. This is nothing but the cardinal number. Now we are going to study the different types of the sets. We learn formation of the set. Now we are going to learn the different types of the set. So how are the different types of the sets? Let us see. So first one is finite set. Now what do you understand by finite set? Finite set is nothing but where you will find the limitation of the objects objects which are present in the set. Elements which are present in the set, there will be the limitation for that. If that limitation is not there, then that is not a finite set. If I will tell you people living in Shahada, you can count? No. So it is not possible. If I will tell you the number of children in 8th D class, so you can tell me, teacher, 54 students are there in 8th D class. So how many elements will be there? 54. Means there is a limitation given to you. Or we can say the teachers present in Chavra school. So it is a finite set. There is a limitation. So you will directly say 50 students in 50 teachers in Chavra school. Okay. So like that way, if you know the number properly, means if there is limitation to write the set, the elements present in the set, that is known as a finite set. Okay. Then next is infinite set. Infinite set is nothing but where no limitation is given to you. If I will say you set of natural numbers, so is there any limit? No, because natural numbers are starting from 1, 2, 3 and up to infinity. There is no ending. So these are the infinite sets. Means there is no limitation. And for example, if I will say you the people in Shahada, okay, that is forming a infinite set because we cannot count each and every one. Yes, so that is an infinite set. Okay, then the next one comes is joint set, or it may be saying as overlapping set. Okay, joint set or overlapping set. So joint set is nothing but the set where you will find in both the sets at least one element common. Now suppose this is A set, the next one is B set. Okay, so in B set I am writing E, F, A, D, H. Okay, you can see here two sets are formed. So in these two sets, what is common? You can see here A is present common, D is common. So at least one element is also common. So that set will be known as a joint set or overlapping set. Okay. Then disjoint set. Disjoint set means what? Opposite of joint set. Not a single element is common in both the sets. That is known as a disjoint set. The next comes equivalent set. So in equivalent set, the cardinal number of both the sets will be same. For example, A is a set which has the number 1, 2, 3 and B is a set which has the number 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you can see the number of elements are 3 in both. That means both the sets are equivalent sets. Then equal set. equal set is nothing but if the set is having the elements 1, 2, 3 and B is the set which has the elements 1, 2, 3. You can observe both the sets have same elements. Okay, so both the elements have same elements. That is why they are known as equivalent set. So in both the terms there is a small difference, that here cardinal number we have to see whether it is equal or not, and here you have to see whether they are equal, means total all the elements should be equal to each other. So can we say equal set as a equivalent set? Yes, because in equivalent set only cardinal number we are making equal, and here in equal set if all the elements are same, definitely cardinal number will be also same, right? So this is about the equivalent set and equal set. The next come null set or empty set. Now in this mostly there will be no element present in the set. So either you can represent it as in this way or in this way. If I will give you one example, that even numbers between 2 and 4. So how many even numbers are there? Any number is present? After 2, 4 only is the even number. No element is there. So I will write there either empty bracket or either write null set in such a way. Okay, that is nothing but the empty set or null set. Okay, now the next comes is subset. Sub means what? Some part. Subset. Okay, so subset means some part. If I am writing A equals to A, B, C, D, here you can see A and B are present in B set. Okay, so whatever A and B is a set, mostly you will find here that the common elements are A and B in both. So we can say this as a joint set or overlapping set. But now you have to see whether it is subset or not. Sub means some part. You can see A, some elements are present in B. So what we will say it as? B is subset of A. This is a symbol to represent subset. Okay. So then some part of the elements are present in B. So that is why it is known as a B subset of A. Okay. The next is proper subset. Proper subset means what? If all the elements of the subset are present in the main set, that is nothing but the proper subset. For example, A equals to 1, 2, 3, 4 and B equals to 2, 4. Okay. So from this we come to know that B is a proper subset of A. Means all the elements are present in the A. That is why it is known as a B is a proper subset of A. Now, if it is said find out number of subsets and number of proper subsets, so how you will find out? For that we have the formula for number of subset. The formula is 2 raised to n, and number of proper subset equals to 2 raised to n minus 1. Okay, where n equals to number of elements. So if in a set the elements are given 3, so how will you find out? For that, number of elements are given as 3. So you will just find out the cardinal number. Now here cardinal number is 3. So you will just write it 2 raised to 3 on the n place number of elements. So answer will be 8. And here 2 raised to n means 8. 8 minus 1 is 7. So number of subsets will be 8 and number of proper subsets will be 7. Okay. So by this we can come to know how many sets are formed, subsets are formed and proper subsets are formed. And again one more thing. Always keep in mind, not a single set is proper subset of itself. This sentence you have to always keep in mind. So, we will study in the next video the different topics related to sets. This was the basic part of set which you have studied in 7th standard also. Okay, so let us go for the next.